What is up, guys? Red Ranger 02 here, and this time I'm not going to be doing a review, shockingly enough. I'm going to actually be doing a top 5. Now, I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed 3 and 4 lately. Those are definitely two of my favorite of the Assassin's Creed games. And Syndicate's out. Haven't gotten a chance to play it. Hopefully I can. But Syndicate's out, and I was thinking, what if they end up making another Assassin's Creed game? Give me a second. Let me readjust you guys just a little bit. How do I YouTubes? There you go. That's a lot better. But yeah, I'm here to do a top 5 this time. And honestly, I feel like these are 5 things that definitely should be implemented into the next Assassin's Creed game. But these are strictly my opinions. If you guys have any other opinions or ideas for the next Assassin's Creed game, let me know in the comments down below. But at number 5, the placement. Now, we've had some pretty cool places where the Assassin's Creed games have taken place. Jerusalem in Assassin's Creed 1, Italy in Assassin's Creed 2, and a little bit of Brotherhood, I think. Never finished Brotherhood because it messes with my head way too much. But yeah, pre-revolutionary America, the Caribbean islands, France and Unity, London. It's so cool to see all these different placements. And yes, we're moving forward in time and it's becoming more industrial-esque. But let's go back in time for a second. Now, when you think Assassins, besides Assassin's Creed, if you are a gamer, one thing that I always end up popping into my head, these stealthy killers and everything, ninjas. Ninjas are freaking awesome, and they are like the original assassins. Honestly, it would be extremely cool to actually see like an Assassin's Creed game in feudal Japan. Say we're like moving on to a different family. We've gone away from the Kenway family, and now we're the Miles family, the Kenway line, and now we're focusing on another family, and they happen to have some Asian descent. And so it starts in feudal Japan, and you start with like your normal ninja like attire, and then like as you start to learn some of the skills of the Creed, you're wearing black assassin's robes. And then when you finally learn all the skills, you wear the white assassin's robes. Maybe you could even end up finding some previous assassin's robes. That'd be something cool. You can get Altair's robes in Assassin's Creed 2, and I know you can usually do stuff like that with Uplay and everything, but with my Xbox 360 not being able to connect to the internet because I don't have the wireless adapter, unfortunately, I cannot do that. But I feel like that would definitely be like really cool, being able to actually unlock other assassins' robes, and they each have like some historical circumstance, like or the Templars need these robes, and or need something about, or the robes have some significance to them that the Templars need them. And so you end up sealing them, and then you can end up actually wearing the different robes. So you could wear Altair's, you could wear Ezio's, you could wear Connor's, you could wear Edward's. It would be extremely cool. And you could possibly get the different customizations that you normally could for those robes in the actual Assassin's Creed games. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below what you think about the whole robe thing. But honestly, feudal Japan seems awesome. Parkour capabilities could even be enhanced because ninjas were known to have climbing sickles or climbing claws. And you could have smoke bombs still, but rather than throwing coins to possibly get a group of people in and distract them, maybe you could just simply blind a guard. Rather than with smoke, what if you needed to like just blind him and not escape, or blind him and then just take him on? Glass eggs were known to be used by not the Japanese, but ninjas. Crush them in your hand, toss them in a Templar's face, and then just go to town on them. Plus, you could have a katana, or you could have 2 smaller katanas if you want to go dual wield like how they implemented into Assassin's Creed 4, which was a very cool aspect, being able to dual wield cutlasses in Assassin's Creed 4. Not only That, but then you could also have like little like reed pipes. So like if you're swimming underwater and you need to dive, you could be like and actually use those, swim and survive, kind of like how the ninjas did. And then you could also have the blow darts. You could still have the rope dart, but wait a second. Rather than the rope dart, let's replace the rope dart with the chain and sickle. That was a very known used ninja weapon. Difficult to use, yes, but in the proper hands, could definitely be a pretty cool way to be implemented into the game. What do you guys think? Where should a placement for Assassin's Creed be? Let me know in the comments below. Now, at number 4, and this is something that the Smosh Games crew talked about over on their channel, and it's something I heard, and I'm like, that would be a cool idea. Implementing the Nemesis system that was implemented into Lord of the Rings Shadow of Mordor. I believe that's the name of the game. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, but I would love to get my hands on that game and play it. It sounds and looks so cool. But essentially what the Nemesis system is, it adds a level of challenge and different like surroundings. It makes the game unique every time you play because of how many different ways there are to actually take out an enemy or a boss. So one thing that could be implemented is, let's go with the feudal Japan thing again. Say you end up failing to kill every single member of a shogunate like group, and one of them ends up escaping, and it's just like, hey, I know where he is, I know where he's hiding out. They all end up going and attacking, and then you have to find a new place to end up hiding out, a new headquarters, if you will. I feel like that would be something that's really cool. Another thing is, in the Nemesis system, you could kill a higher ranking member and then a lower ranking member would take their place. I know that seems kind of counter redundant because then you could start from like the hardest and then move your way down to the easiest, but it would definitely add a level of challenge to the game, being like, if he moves up, I can take these guys out a whole lot easier and these lands will be freed and passed down to someone even weaker than that boss. So that'd be something that'd be really cool to be introduced. Another thing is it would make combat extremely difficult. Well, not extremely difficult, but more difficult than it is already in the Assassin's Creed games. And there are some pretty challenging fights, but imagine this. Say you fail an assassination. Now I know, yes, it's like you're living the memories, and it's like, oh, you're living the history, so it can't be like the Nemesis system. But who's to say that? Let's say whatever happens that you do in the Assassin's world is actually what happens. It may be different every time you play the game, but let's say it has not like the exact same outcome, but a general kind of like, these are the different kinds of outcomes that could possibly end up happening. I feel like that's definitely something that would be needing to be introduced in the Nemesis system. That would definitely be extremely cool. But going back to what I was saying before is combat. Say you fail an assassination. You don't end up having to restart the memory, but you can later on encounter that person again, and it's just like, oh, we fought last time, so I'm just gonna go and do the same thing again. No. You fight him, he knows how you fight now. He knows your tactics. You gotta switch stuff up because he knows what you're going to try and do. Which is really, really cool. So like, it's like, oh, he knows how I have to fight now. Maybe I have, like, say you went up front and you were just like all offense, no defense. He's gonna be very defensive and trying to knock you over and then being like attacking you. Or say you are very offensive and he's not expecting like sneak attacks. Say you like sneak off and then it's just like, and depending on what weapons you use during that, then he doesn't know some weapons to expect. Say you don't use the chain sickle in the battle, you just use your katanas. If you end up doing that, then they'll be like, oh, alright, I'm ready to go. Wait a second, what the heck is that? Freaking get them like that. That'd be something that'd be extremely cool with all of this. Now, at number 3, and this is a little bit different, but a female assassin. Now, yes, granted, you can play as female assassins in multiplayer. You never really do get, and you see female assassins in the story, you don't really get to play as a main character female assassin. That'd be something really cool. Say, kind of going back to Italy, you have the countesses that are littering the streets and everything, that they're all over. As a female, you can actually do things that a male cannot, and you can actually distract guards in different ways. Say you appear to look like a countess, and you lure the guards away from a certain spot, or lure a certain person away from a certain spot, even maybe a Templar, and then you assassinate them with your hidden blades. That would be something that would be really, really nice. Plus, I feel like it would actually just work with a female wearing assassin's robes. The robes are pretty slim fitting already. Plus, I have the Assassin's Creed robe mod on Skyrim, the Altair's robes anyway, and they look pretty good on a female character model. I feel like that's something that should be implemented, because then you could like end up bribing in other ways besides just money. It's just like, hey, do this, and I can bribe you this way, and everything else. But in all actuality, you will have only one goal in the very end, and that is to end their lives with a hidden blade. At number 2, different types of robes. Yes, you can get different colors and alterations of the robes and different armor on them, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about different robes that would actually add to the stealth or add to the combat perspective. Say this is a situation in Assassin's Creed 3. Say you're not playing as Connor, but say you're playing as another different assassin, and it's just like, I don't want to have to kill any of those guys because there's a bunch of dudes around me, but I can't really exactly sneak by. I'm wearing these bright white and red assassin's robes. But, hold on, I have this other set of robes that is more slim-fitting and black. This could actually allow me to sneak through into the shadows, and then I can sneak by the guys. You do that, and it will actually work. And when you go and actually hide in like bales of hay or hide in the grass, depending on the color of your robes, it will actually help you blend in more. Say you're in a tundra area, and you end up, or like, okay, I'm wearing the black robe still, I'm good. Oh man, here comes a bunch of these guys. What the heck am I gonna do? I jump into that pile of snow, but black kind of stands out in the snow. Wait a second, what if I put back on my white robes? I blend into the snow a whole lot better then. And if there's a blizzard going on, then you could actually be like cloaked by the blizzard. Black would stand out in a blizzard, however, if you're wearing the white robes, you're cloaked even more, so you could have different stealth attacks. So what do you guys think? Would that be something that you would actually want in the next Assassin's Creed game? And last but not least, and this is a kind of weird one, and it's something I think that should have been implemented since the very beginning, or at least Assassin's Creed 2, weapon notoriety. Now, yes, granted, you get blood on your robes and it ends up vanishing. That's all fine and dandy. However, you are an assassin. You're carrying around very different weapons from a lot of the people in the actual game. Especially Connor. I don't see another freaking character besides another one of the tribe members carrying around a tomahawk. And even then, not that kind of tomahawk anyway. Say it's just like, well, I went on a giant killing spree. I just got rid of my notoriety by taking down those wanted posters. I'm all good, la da 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 da. What the frick? How the heck do I end up getting back my notoriety? It's because of the weapon, and it's because people recognize the weapon that you used. Say, however, you're unarmed and you're going against a guy. Disarming them and killing them with their own weapon, you're fine. You don't have to worry about the weapon notoriety. When you do that, it actually ends up being like, oh, now that I've done that, I can just walk around even more, and I don't even have to worry about it. Open conflicts become a lot better because if you're not using your own weapon, if you're using one of the enemy's weapons, then people won't recognize you for your weapons. Plus, it will make notoriety a little bit more difficult when you can just tear down some posters or bribe some people to stop talking about you. That's good and dandy, but people will recognize your weapons, and maybe you even have to switch into some civilian clothing every once in a while because of your robes, and they would be recognizable. Another thing that I feel like that could definitely implement is it would be why you would want to buy more weapons. It would be an incentive to want to buy more of these different weapons. It's just like, okay, I just use this sword. However, if I go and switch to this other sword, which it's not as powerful, but it has other attributes, so it's pretty good, people won't recognize that sword because that's not the one I previously used. If you guys think that that should have been a thing, let me know in the comments down below. Honestly, these are things I would love to see in an Assassin's Creed game. And if someone from Ubisoft, not sponsored, happens to possibly see this, please, please, please listen and watch the entire video. I guarantee you, you will like at least one of these ideas. But thank you so much for watching, guys. If this is, like, comment, and if this is your first video of mine watching, why not subscribe? And I will see all you guys in the next video. Power down!